You know, sometimes a sporting event follows the script, and then sometimes it just completely tears that script to pieces. Well, we're about to talk about one of those times, a cricket match that just defied all logic and ended so fast it left everybody's head spinning.
So what's with this number? 2. That's how many days this test match lasted. Now, these things are supposed to go for 5 days, right? This one, it was over and done with before day 3 even had a chance to start. For modern Ashes cricket, that is just unheard of. And this one, 15. For 15 long years, England had traveled to Australia and come back with absolutely nothing. That's a decade and a half of pure disappointment, and it was all about to be erased in 2 of the most chaotic days of cricket you will ever see.
Okay, so let's set the scene. It's the 2025-26 Ashes series. Australia is already up 3-1. This Boxing Day test was supposed to be the victory lap, the final nail in the coffin for England. But instead, it turned into one of the wildest upsets in recent memory. The big question is, how on earth did it happen?
It all went down at the legendary Melbourne Cricket Ground, the MCG. You've got over 100,000 fans packed in, all expecting this classic epic battle. But you know what? The real story wasn't happening in the stands. It was all about the 22 yards of grass right in the middle of it all.
And here's where things get interesting. England's captain, Ben Stokes, he wins the coin toss, which is huge. He takes one look at that pitch, sees that it's looking a little green, and makes a massive call. He tells his team they're gonna bowl first. This was a huge gamble. He was basically betting everything on that pitch being a nightmare for the batsman. So that brings us to this key term you gotta know, a seam-friendly wicket. The easiest way to think about it, it's like a minefield for anyone holding a bat. The ball just zips and darts off the grass in all sorts of unpredictable ways, making it almost impossible to hit. England was betting the house that this pitch was going to cause chaos, and boy, were they about to find out how right they were. So what happened next wasn't really a cricket match, it was pure survival. You've got these 2 teams stacked with world-class players, and they were all brought to their knees by this pitch. It was just a total duel of collapses, with batting lineups completely falling apart one after the other. First up, Australia. You'd think their powerful batting lineup would handle it, but nope. They completely crumbled. 152 all out. That is a shockingly low score for them at home. And get this, their top scorer was a bowler, Michael Naser, who scraped together 35 runs. For England, the hero was Josh Tongue. He was just unplayable, and he took 5 massive wickets. So England's big gamble paid off, right? Not so fast. Turns out this pitch was an equal opportunity monster. England walks out to bat and does even worse. They were all out for just 110. Only Harry Brook really put up a fight. Australia's bowlers, Naser and Boland, came roaring back just to prove that this pitch was a nightmare for absolutely everyone. Australia's second go with the bat wasn't much better. They got bundled out for just 132. So after all that chaos, all the falling wickets, the math suddenly became very simple. England needed 175 runs to win. Now, on a normal day, that's nothing. But on this pitch, it felt like they were being asked to climb a mountain. And that set up the grand finale, a tense, nail-biting, nerve-wracking chase. Every single run felt precious. Every wicket felt like it could start another total collapse and just hand the game right back to Australia. You could feel that history was on the line. I mean, just think about that for a second. In the 3 innings before this, no team had even gotten close to 175. To win, England had to post the highest score of the entire match. The pressure was just absolutely immense. So how in the world did they pull it off? Well, it kind of happened in phases. First, Ben Duckett got them off to a solid start, building a good foundation. Then, Jacob Thal came in with this burst of aggression that really broke the back of the chase. And yeah, there were a few wobbles, but the captain, Ben Stokes, was there at the end to steady the ship and guide them home. They sealed the deal with 4 wickets to spare. Look, this was not just another win. This was a statement. This was a result that people are going to be talking about for decades. So let's break down exactly why this crazy 2-day thriller was so important for English cricket. When you boil it all down, it was just the perfect storm, wasn't it? An incredibly fast match, the end of that 15-year losing streak, saving themselves from a total series whitewash, and it all happened on cricket's biggest stage, the Boxing Day test. You just can't write this stuff. And while England got to celebrate, you've got to give credit to the players who really stood out in all that chaos. For England, Josh Tongue was the clear player of the match for his amazing bowling. And with the bat, Duckett and Bethel were the absolute heroes. For Australia, you have to feel for Michael Naser. He fought so hard with both bat and ball, kind of like a lone warrior in a losing battle.
And this quote really sums it all up perfectly, doesn't it? A remarkable turnaround. Because it wasn't just that they won, it was how they won, coming from behind on that impossible pitch to finally break that 15-year curse. Just an absolutely unforgettable achievement.
So, in the end, we're left with this question. Was England's historic win just a masterclass in playing the conditions? Was it just a lucky break on a ridiculously wild pitch? Or was it something more? Maybe a sign that the balance of power in cricket's oldest and greatest rivalry is actually starting to shift. Now that is something to think about.